Welcome to week 14. So, ownership and accountability. The moment you stop blaming and start owning, everything changes. This week isn't about finger pointing, it's about leadership because accountability isn't punishment, it's pride. So, let's start by our wins again. So, a personal win, one member win, and one moment this week where you took ownership of something you could have easily avoided. Cool. Okay. Cool. Okay, guys. So let's. Oh, there you go. I'll give you one of my stories. So let's take you back to one of the toughest leadership moments I've had. Um, Humble pie. There was a point not long after sort of the lockdown period where we were building, when standards did slip, started slipping. We weren't doing check-ins. Nothing was done on time. Logins weren't updated. A few sessions lost their spark. Numbers dropped. And instead of sort of confronting it straightforward, I left I left it to slip week by week, and then another. Before I knew it, we had members chasing us for updates. So the moment that broke me was the basically opening a laptop and seeing loads of check-ins missed out from the team. I was getting behind on myself, playing catch up with other things. Plus, two members left feedback about real low energy in the classes, which really hurt me because I was always about high energy. That wasn't on them. In fairness, it was on me. All right. So I built a culture. So if accountability drop, it always starts at the top, and that lands with me. All right. So I called the coach in, not attack them, just have a chat. And but we owned it together. We rebuilt the check-in system. We got the rhythm going. We tightened our systems again. It was back in the day we called it the lean plan, and then we raised expectations again, and momentum built. And I reminded myself when leaders stop inspecting, standards stop existing. All right. So it taught me that ownership isn't about perfection, it's about correction. So if you ignore the small cracks, they become a cultural fault line down the road. So, lesson one, guys, everything in your world is your responsibility, even if the stuff isn't your fault. Trust this process. If the coach is missing an update, you could blame them, but, or you could just check in with the system and check in with them. Something's always happening in people's lives. All right. So a member doesn't show up. What can you do? You could moan about motivation, or you could message them and leave. That's ownership. Okay. Ownership turns frustration into an action every time. So ask yourself, what can I control right now that can improve this process? That's leadership emotion. So, guys, where in your coaching right now are you reaching instead of owning? And lesson two, guys, accountability isn't confrontation, it's care. If I didn't care, I'd let you drift. When we hold each other here at my boot camp to the high standard, it means we see your potential. So at my boot camp, we don't do silence, okay, or resentment. We're going to have honest conversations, bring it to the meetings, because this is when, if we don't, this is where communication breaks and culture breaks right after. So, who on the team could you lift this week with an honest accountability rather than silence or resentment? Right. So, guys, lesson three on this is fixing the system, not the symptom. When something fails, don't get emotional. Think, get systematic. Okay. Ask three questions. Was the process clear? Was it followed? Does it need improving? This is where our conversations bring it to the table. Most problems aren't people problems, they're just process problems and they can be fixed. And then we can fix the process, performance follows every time. Lesson 4, radical transparency. And this is where we are showing more the members everything. We're bringing them on the journey. Leadership means owning your own misses out loud. So when I tell you I dropped the ball, it gives you permission to do the same and we can fix it together faster. That's how trust grows. And this is where I feel the dream team comes into play. All right. Transparency removes tension. When you're open, the team relaxes and processes speed up so much more and it's more rewarding and you get job satisfaction. So let's close with this action, guys. What's one area you've been making excuses instead of taking ownership of? What specific action will you take this week to change it? Who will you tell? Who will you hold accountable? So post your comments, guys, in the coaching chat by tonight. So I'll go first. I'm going to be recommitting to expecting what I expect and also hold you guys accountable to doing your check-ins every Friday for me to look over and seeing where you're at, keep you accountable. Remember, ownership isn't heavy, it's freedom. So rather than thinking about it all weekend, let's sort it, okay? Full transparency. Because, again, when you own it, you can control the situation, which we've talked about in previous weeks. You don't raise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your standards and accountability. Thank you, guys.